What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within, and today we're talking about a gold farm that I've been doing quite a bit recently that is really good. It is a soloable gold farm, really competitive on gold per hour. I am making over 100,000 gold per hour doing this farm, even though I am doing a couple of tips and tricks during this video. I'll be talking about a couple of tips and tricks that I'm doing to increase my gold per hour. Now, even if you, as a solo player, come to this farm, you should be easily able to make at least, holy, my cat is going crazy. You should be able to make at least 50,000 gold per hour, if not even way more. It is a little bit RNG dependent. So what I'll say is that if you're trying the farm for yourself, give it a couple of hours, or at least more time than just like 2 runs or something like that. It is very RNG, so you need to give it a lot of time to even that RNG out, or you can come here, try it once or twice, be very lucky or be very unlucky. Either way, let's talk about the farm. This is going to be going through a delve farm and a stealth farming strategy. So we're going to be talking about a delve that we've been talking about in previous videos, which is kind of known now as the Profaned Tinderbox delve. This is right west of Mereldar in Hallowfall, and you have the Nightfall Sanctum delve. Now this delve is famously known for having bigger drop chance of profane tinderboxes than any other delve, and people farm for boxes inside this delve, both solo and inside groups. Now I wanted to try out farming inside this delve with a stealth farming strategy, because if you didn't know, inside this delve, if a brand picks up a herbalism node, a mining node, or even a fishing pool, you can get a tinderbox. Now, before I go into the exact strategy and go through a run and talk more about this farm, I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's picked up my War Within Goldmaking Guide already, and if you haven't, there's going to be a link down below. Now in this guide we cover a lot of different ways to both farm gold and make gold, and how to set up professions to craft for gold as well and make profit that way, how to spend your knowledge points, how to spend your concentration, and just all around how to make gold in the War Within. Now when you buy the guide, you also get access to an exclusive gold making Discord community where we talk way more about gold making, sharing way more tips and tricks, and I also share early access to videos over there and even exclusive videos and more gold making information. I honestly think the combination of this guide plus that Discord community is absolutely insane for gold making, and if you want to elevate your gold making to the next level, then consider checking it out through the link down below, and you can even use the code Solheim to get the guide for half price. So once again, link down below, and if you do buy the guide, thank you so much. Now let's talk about the farm, and let me show you guys exactly what I do here. So first of all, when Bran picks up a resource, everyone in the party can get a tinderbox, and also gets whatever he picks up. Let's just say he picks up a bismuth node. Everyone in the party gets the bismuth, and everyone in the party has an individual chance of getting a tinderbox. It is not like one person in the party gets it and 4 people don't. I have seen 3 people get a tinderbox on one node. So once again, everyone in the party has an individual chance to loot something good whenever Bran loots something. So what I do here is that I bring my second account while I'm doing the farm for double the gold per hour. So the more accounts you have here, the more gold per hour you make. It literally scales based on that exact premise. Now, number one thing that I want to cover here is that sometimes Bran will not pick up the herbalism nodes and the mining veins. Make sure that he has that you put him into a combat role. So if he has somehow reset for you, just click this box, give him a combat role, give him some abilities, and then he's going to start picking things up. I believe that's important because I tried this delve 2 times earlier today, and he didn't pick anything up until I did exactly what I just said. So yeah, just make sure that he's not passive and actually has a combat role, and then you are good to go. After that, you're just going to be stealthing throughout the delve, looking for mining nodes and herbalism nodes, and Bran is going to pick them up. So for example, right now we found one under the stairs here, and I'm just going to hide my web camera real quick. We did not pick up anything fancy, by the way, but I just want to show you that both people in the party got that Iron Claw ore. So if you have 2 people in the party, they both get it. If you have 5, all 5 gets it. So the more characters you have, the more accounts you have, the more you can scale this farm to suit you personally. Now the thing is, I'm also playing on a character here with herbalism plus mining, so I can pick them up myself as well, even though the gold per hour from that is actually not that good and could even result in a loss of gold per hour. It just depends, but the main thing you want to do here is literally sprint around, stealth around, and find things that Bran can pick up, because when Bran picks them up, they can give you a tinderbox. When you pick them up, they cannot give you a tinderbox, so you are solely relying on Bran here, which is why there's no real requirements to this farm. The one requirement is that you have a way to avoid combat. Mages can do that by using invisibility, for example, the spell. Anyone else can use potions, even though I would recommend being a rogue or a druid to stealth and prowl. Now the thing is, anyone who's at the entrance, they will stop getting loot in the second half of the delve. I also pulled these mobs by mistake, so I'm just going to handle those mobs real quick. So moving on, we are not going to forget stealth this time, so you're moving throughout the delve, you're trying to stealth your way around, and pick up as many minerals as you can. So just stealth throughout the place, make sure to move a Bran towards these nodes, and pick them up. That is the entirety of what you're doing here, and you just want to try to make that process as fast as you humanly can. Now at this point, we have now checked out the entire delve, we have picked up 4 separate nodes, we have gotten 2 herbalism nodes and 1 mining node plus a fishing pool, and we're now going to right click our name and click leave delve. That is the fastest way to exit the delve, go back out, and then we're going to reset and go back in. And that is basically the entire farm. Now when I'm not talking about this, not explaining anything and just blasting, I usually get 1 lap down to about 1.5 minutes. If you include the time it takes to go back out, do the loading screen and go back in, let's say it's 2 minutes per delve. That is 30 delves per hour, where you can get a big chance of getting tinderboxes. And the thing is, I also want to show you what I've gotten from 1 hour of farming so far, because I did farm for 1 hour this morning before making this video, and it's pretty good, if I can say so myself. Once again, I'm playing on two accounts here, so I'll be showing you the loot from 2 accounts as well. Only really the tinderboxes though, because that is the really, the only part that is actually important here, or the only, valuable part to pick up. So there we go, 1 more mining vein, we're going to go and pick up this herbalism node as well, and there's a fishing pool right next to it. Now when doing big jumps like this, sometimes Bran can bug out, by the way, so just be aware of that, but he usually teleports to you. So like right now I believe he teleported to me. I'm just going to go over here and double check, but if I go up here, he should be in the water somewhere, and there he is. And now he just picked up that microbloom, did not get a tinderbox, but at this point I have shown you what you are doing throughout the farm, so let's leave the delve and go through what I've gotten so far in 1 hour. Now, from 1 hour of farming on this character, this is what we picked up. A bunch of random things we don't really have to care about, and then we picked up 9 profaned tinderboxes, which, if I can say so once again, 9 tinderboxes is pretty good. I have also put some of this shit into the war bank, but there we go, 9 tinderboxes. And from the other person as well, like character number 2, account number 2, we picked up, I believe we got 7, let me just alt tab and double check. Yeah, we got 7 tinderboxes. So if I trade those over right now, just making sure I trade it to the right character, not like a random person, we got 16 tinderboxes in 1 hour across 2 accounts, which is definitely not bad. And once again, we are just stealthing throughout the delve, trying to make that process as fast as possible, using dash whenever we can, using stampeding roar whenever we can, and just trying to be fast. You want to learn the delve, you want to learn and remember where they spawn, the nodes that is, and then just make that process as fast as possible. Even though the herbalism nodes and the mining nodes can spawn in different places every single time, they have certain spawn locations. Let's just say in total there's 30 different spawn locations, and there's 5 of them every single delve. At some point, after a few hours of farming, you will know where they can all spawn. So you don't need to have herbalism and mining here, even though it is nice to just see on the map where things is 24/7. You don't need to have them. If you have a rogue with dual crafting and blacksmithing, you can easily farm this. You would just have to be a little bit more alert about your surroundings. But if you have a character with herbalism plus mining on a druid, for example, that is absolutely fantastic, because having that quality of life of seeing where things is on the minimap, it is really, really great. Now, for a gold per hour count, we can just take a look at the value of 16 tinder boxes on the auction house right now, and that is 130,000 gold, with the current prices on the EU servers of 8.1k, even though there's like 6 of them available until it's 8.6. Either way, 8.1, 130k, divided by 2 characters. Once again, we are looking at 65,000 gold per hour, only from tinder boxes. Now, you do pick up some other minerals along the way from brand mining and brand doing herbalism, which adds a little bit, and what I personally do is my second character here has enchanting, so if I just go to my enchanter real quick, what I do on this character is that while I am AFK at the entrance, I am doing gleaming shatters, so I'm shattering shards into dust, while farming on the other account, so I'm making about 40 to 50,000 gold per hour on this character, while farming on the other one, and they both benefit from the farming. Now, you don't have to do Gleaming Shatter specifically. If you have any other shuffle, any other craft you can do that doesn't require a workbench, you can do that craft on that account number 2 inside that delve while also farming on both characters technically, because this character can be AFK at the entrance and still get tinder boxes from brand picking things up. Now, if you are AFK at the entrance, you will only get loot from the first half, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make to keep crafting. Now, if you have 2 stealthed characters, you can bring character number 2 halfway throughout the delve and get all the loot on that guy as well. So because we have talked about a lot so far, let's do a very quick recap towards the end. Step number 1, go to Hallowfall towards the Nightfall Sanctum delve. Step number 2, bring a character with stealth. Doesn't matter if it's a druid or a rogue, maybe some other class as well, but I believe druids and rogues are the best here. So number 2, bring a class with stealth, and number 3, start farming. But optional step number 4 is to bring a character number 2 if you have 2 accounts, and double dip, like double the benefits, double the gold per hour by getting loot on both characters. Optional step number 5, craft something on account number 2 to make even more gold on top. And that is basically the entire farm. I am kind of surprised at how well this is, or how good this is in terms of gold per hour, but once again, you can just do things so fast. You are sacrificing the 2 chests towards the end of the delve, sure, like when you're normally farming this delve, you are trying to speed through the delve and open those chests for chances at tinder boxes, but that also requires you to kill the mobs, do the objectives, and kill the boss. When you are stealth farming, you're literally doing that. You're going into stealth, sprinting, like literally sprinting throughout the delve and looking for things to loot. And once you have picked up 3, 4, or 5 nodes, you just right-click your portfolio or your portrait and click Leave Delve, and you go out and reset again. We are down to 1.5 minutes per round right now, which is absolutely insane. Including loading screens and reset times, we're doing 30 delves per hour. Which, yeah, we're picking up so many minerals, it's insane. Either way, very good farm. Go and test it out for yourself if you have a stealth character, and if you don't have one, well, now you have a reason to start to level 1. Stealth characters are really great. Either way, that's the video, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you try the farm, I wish you the best of luck, and I do hope you get some tinder boxes, and may the RNG be with you. Either way, that's the video, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, and let me know how you are farming gold in the War Within in the comments. Thank you for watching as always, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.